What's up, everybody? How is everyone doing? We are here today at Focus Academy School of Fashion and Clothing Manufacturing Company, and today we're going to be learning all about pattern making and how to thread our machines properly. So we are going to dive right in with how to using our heavy duty Singer machine. You guys can see. Now, proper threading of the machine is key. This is one of our youth students. Say hi. Hi. Proper threading is key. We just did a top and bottom how to thread the machine test with our students here. So we teach that here at the school. We also teach, I'll tell you a little bit about what we teach. We also teach pattern making and design development. Our school is structured to basically bring back American manufacturing as a skill. It's definitely a lost and dying skill in America. All of the jobs have been outsourced, and it's a much needed skill. We have a lot of underskilled youth and adults in our country who need a skill to fall back on, become entrepreneurs, or create jobs, which is what we do here at Focus Academy. We have several jobs after our students are certified in our 6 to 8 week program. They get their certification. They interview right here. We have bids with the state of Ohio, as well as other local boutiques where we produce garments for them, and now the local hospitals. So we teach it and we hire for it. So that is the goal of our school, is to bring back American manufacturing, and we teach the insides and outsides of sewing machine and fashion design. So that's a little bit about our school. Going back to what we were talking about, basically the threading, the proper threading of the machine. Excuse me here, little technical difficulties. That is key to proper threading. Now, you never want to have the presser foot, as I was telling the student, down when you're threading the machine. That will cause tension in the thread as it goes through. So we're working on a pattern design assignment right now with our students, and they are actually designing. This is Oz. She is one of our adult students. Is that camera? Okay. She is one of our adult students, and she is working on one of her lingerie piece patterns. So we're just going to be going over that to get you guys caught up. If you're like, oh my God, what are they learning? What are they doing? That's what we are doing. So have you decided? Did I just make that word up? Have you decided what you want to design?
No.
Okay. So let's first start with that. Oz is making what she's making for her line. You, of course, can make either a skirt or shorts. Let's do that to narrow it down for you.
Shorts.
Shorts? Okay. Shorts are nice going back for the fall with tights underneath them. Actually, let's have a workshop on that also. Going back to school, transitioning those summer clothes to fall, and knowing how to hold on to some of those garments for as long as possible. So I'm going to have you first get a croquis, because we always want to use that as a template. And we're going to design on the croquis. And then we're going to put a key in the lower left-hand corner of your page with your measurements.
All right.
Knowing your proper measurements are key. So we're going to start with your waist.
Should I?
You can just write it down. Your hips. Your side seam. That's how long the pants are from the top of your waist, or wherever your pants start, to the bottom of where you want them to go. That's the side seam. Knowing your waist measurement, and of course your girth. The girth is the inside tricky area that sometimes is kind of ugly if you don't get the proper measurements, if you know what I mean. So you want to make sure that lines up. Some of the key tools in making sure that your garments line up, of course, when you're creating your patterns, are using notches, which indicate where you want the fabric to line up, and to help you line it up a little bit more perfectly, precisely. So you have your key. You want to go ahead. Okay. Your croquis, you can do that at home. So I'll have you go ahead and do the actual mini pattern, and you can design it however you like on a blank croquis at home. So what we'll do is get a ruler, and we're going to for a waist for her skirt, we're going to take the measurement waist of her skirt and divide that by 2. That'll give us the distance of the front and the back. And then we're going to add 2 inches on each side, which is room for seam allowance. So she can have movement for movement. There we go. Room for movement.
What do I divide?
So you're going to divide 32 by 2.
That's 16.
Okay, and add 2 inches on each side.
What did I just put up this? Oh. Alright. 16 equals 16.
Okay, and add 2 inches on each side.
Each side.
So if it's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Oh.
So it'll be 20 inches. You want to take your ruler. And because you can't get 20 inches by 1 piece of paper, you're going to have to connect 2 white pieces of paper now. Let's take a look at what Oz is doing. Wow. So Oz is working on her pattern for her panties and lingerie line she has. And she's using a mesh. I'm going to try to turn this camera around.